Right, I've now got the blade off the bottom of the Honda lawnmower, and listen to it run without it. So much smoother without a blade. This has got cast iron flywheel if anyone wants to know. The reason it was running so bad, this is the blade off of it. This is a glass table, so it's perfectly flat. And look at that. Look at it slowly gets bigger and bigger. And it's no better on the other side really. Yeah, it is better on the other side, but not that. Still not good. I've got to buy a new one. I'm guessing this is a 17-inch blade. Got my tape measure. I'll measure it in a second. It's been on a lawnmower for 2 years, so it's not really that old, this blade. It should have been sharpened once or twice a year. It should have actually been sharpened where it was being used. It was being used kind of twice a week for 2 years. So, and this is like for 5 or 6 hours a day. It should have been sharpened monthly, I reckon, for the amount of use it was getting, and it was never sharpened. And things like rocks, stones, wood, anything you can imagine was hit with this blade. I mean, that's what it should look like. The actual angle of the cutting edge should start probably right about there, just right at the end of the blade. Here, it should start there and then move down, so it should actually be at least, it's got at least, I don't know, 5 mil missing off the end. On this side, probably easily 10 mil. So no, probably the best part of 15 mil missing on that side. It's got this big chunk here, you can see that's missing, that's where something big here. This thing, see, it's got these 2 holes, they should go to 2 aluminium like spoke-like things that go on the bottom of the hub. You can see, that's where they were. They've been snapped off by something big hitting it, probably that. But I'm guessing this is a 17-inch blade. I've got to go and buy a new one on eBay. Right, that don't taste good. And what is it? Yeah, 17-inch. Yeah. So, go buy one of them. If I can, I'll try and see if I can squeeze a 18-inch on it. I don't know why. See if I can fit one on there. If it's anywhere near too close to the outside of the deck, which you probably will, I won't bother. But it's also bent this way. Yeah, it's bent that way as well. It's actually curving like this. But that's a pretty bad blade. Oh, and I also took the threads out on the bottom of the engine, so I'm going to have to drill the threads out on the crank and re-tap it because I put the wrong size bolt in it. And it's screwed up. The bolt's screwed up, so I know the threads on the bottom of that are screwed up. Well, hopefully that crank might have been hardened and maybe it's just this that's screwed up, I don't know. I'm hoping it's only this bolt. If not, drilling and tapping that out's no big deal. But this thing does run so much smoother now. Oh, and I'm in my school uniform at the moment because I've got to go in and do I'm not sure how long the exam is, but I've got to do an English exam today. The quality of a Honda. The reason it's got the cast iron flywheel is because it's meant to have a roto stop blade clutch on it, but when I bought the engine it never had one and I haven't been able to source one for it. It's actually Honda HR194, but on the block it's got a stamp on it which says Honda GXV120. So I've got to buy a Honda GXV120 head gasket, because the one on at the moment is homemade. The smoke, I think, is because it's got worn rings. I'm not sure, but I'm probably going to put new rings in it anyway. I don't know how many hours it had on it when I got it. Looks like it had been left outside for a long time, hence the rust. But yeah, that's a pretty bad blade. It's probably not the worst blade I've ever seen. Well, any of you lot have ever seen, but it's definitely the worst blade I've ever seen. There is another one exactly like this, of an identical lawnmower to that. Well, actually no, it's not identical. The difference is it's got another different engine on it, which is some clone Chinese engine thing. I don't think it's a Honda clone, but it's still a crappy engine. You see it in some of my other videos. And that one's got the same blade, and I didn't bother sharpening it, just because I didn't have any grinding blades for my angle grinder. But anyway. hopefully, if I can find a half-decent blade cheap, because I should be able to get my check today. Probably not, because this stupid bitch won't fucking do my check, because I don't like her son. Well, I had a bit of an argument with him, but that's no biggie. Alright, I'll see you later, guys.